young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Sino didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem, but you knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own for you, Cyrus. But then you betrayed us. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
Hermanubis.
Does he mean you?
The moon is right. They rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. It was the moon proposed that one other child.
For many years, the test subjects, the original plan as the second state, but as I was deliberating, both our two vessels had both displayed to preserve our faith and our power.
Ultimately,
in recognition of your I have always...
I see.
Look, in essence I borrowed your, but you cannot...
I'm sure you don't remember. You and he. As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is...
That power is not yours.
You are wrong. Sino was...
So those are your terms?
Despise me all you want.
So what you're saying is...
Divine power.
He is no longer a small child, but...
Both my heart and...
Don't listen.
I know.
Sorry to interrupt. Say that Sino refuses to return his... You're trying to gauge where we stand while
Wait. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day, we...
Why is he coughing so?
The moon.
Take our leader back to his room. Grandfather. I don't like to drag out. Had Cyrus not stopped still. I'm not like, but I see things a little differently. So I'm not going to force...
Things will only...
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather...
All you embalm ultimately.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some...
I won't forsake...
That works. Oh, my
Are you sure about
I need to think.
All right, well...
Keep up.
I've taken some time. He's a stubborn...
I agree.
You've heard all you need to... My own memories. I do remember I was still young then. And all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith.
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Sure.
No. So I will challenge them.
Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them. I think we could turn that to our advantage.
Wow, and
Looks like we have the same. Turn it back on them now while we still can.
Great.
Sethos.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of
I have no objections, although we do have... Follow me. Keep your voices down. We do...
Let's talk out. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and he appears to have... Regretfully,
Yeah.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot. So tell me.
yeah, there's no time.
You know,
Right. And you didn't.
You're right. I accept. Legend has it that that group of supporters,
Sounds very fitting.
as a fellow vessel...
3 against 3.
However, letting Cyrus...
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Silence. If you win,
It's a deal.
Well,
there never was.
you have to win.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. When you put it that way, I've had to overcome a lot to.
Exactly.
The Traveler and I?
And neither. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the. But there must be personal factors at work here, too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he lets on. Tomorrow.
Keep up.
We gather all. This is our represent.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels.
I know what I'm doing.
Representing the academia.
Ready.
Warriors, we come not to debate what brings our challengers here.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong.
Okay, then
Sure.
we have decided.
So have we.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Don't forget, safety first. Hey, you there! You better play nice with them, or Paimon will make you regret it.
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
Yeah! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! A swift end to the first bout. I know when you're both ready.
Let's begin.
Watch out!
Go, Canary, go!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Can't see? One thing after another. One with the force. Keep up. Excuse me? I hear everything.
Thus ends the second.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the fight when you're...
For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by we earnest now. I will...
I am Cyno. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel.
Everyone. My grandfather. But our faith has... Times have changed. Then I thought of you. Each I once thought...
I am more than...
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on... So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more... Bring it on!
That's all you've got? What happened is searching for your answer. Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of ⁴ᴷ⁶⁷. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of ⁴ᴷ⁷ was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on ⁴ᴷ⁷. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the ⁴ᴷ⁷ Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of ⁴ᴷ⁷ fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
Grandfather.
Sethos.
I know.
I guess you were.
Yeah. At least
What's next?
per my grandfather.
But I did foresee this, Sethos. Were it not for this, I do.
Still.
Well, Sethos.
But
That's a much bigger.
I will try.
Actually, that way, had you won, and were I to, he knew that his plan meant that.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these. You're absolutely right. Thank you for everything. The Temple of Silence, but you must be... By the way, Tainari. The story goes that he went on to fight many the Tainarians who in all likelihood.
How fascinating.
I like this story.
By the way,
Yes.
If it's true,
Someone's got to make. I will make a detailed report on all. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend if we're going to work together.
I will. All right.
see you soon. Come hang out with...
What were you thinking?
Oh, please.
What do you mean, what other? A one-man suicide mission,
All right. What do you mean? Okay, look.
Inari's master is really laying into Cyrus.
wow. The last time he chewed...
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell we can go for dinner after.
Makes sense.
Hyman's coming!
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining?
All taken care.
That does not answer my question. When you run into problems,
Now would not be a good time.
You're right.
it's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of...
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me... say, Madame Farizan, I can... Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also,
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? What do you mean, cup?
oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe.
Oh, that...
2 people left. Am I hallucinating?
We're just reorganizing all.
There's no rush.
My sincere
Yes, with your... I see.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve.
That day will come. Now, as a token of my appreciation...
Yeah, sounds great.
Sure.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold. Then there was Tighnari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa.
A truly edifying...
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this. Then
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader.
Of course.
I got to be a champion too for once.
yeah, huge place. It felt like something right out of an epic poem. Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save... I think that'll do.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work process.
Kali's come a long way.
Everyone's a work in progress, you know.
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's fine. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after.
Do you 3 have anything planned? If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's cured.
Been a while since I last... Need any help?
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so...
Traveler, turn around. This is my secret base. When I was a student back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Our gifts help us to find...
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers.
Those were good...
You know, Paimon...
Then make it... You guys carry on without me.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you...
Oh my...
Professor,
Sino. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess...
some old...
Can you believe... I was at the Academia... Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this...
You look quite young. Ah, it's this one.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right.
And this one.
Oh, cheeky.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Hey, at moments like this, I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier? Look how cute you were.
Yeah, and look how...
Oh, I can't... Hey. All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Or you could find...
She's over there! Hey, Navia! Are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could!
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1, and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but the water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now.
How awful. And all of this just came out of...
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Okay, the wounded are being... Of course, Traveler.
Huh? Right.
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of...
Right. That's...
Navia? Navia, what...
Sorry. I just... Maloose and Silver. They won't ever come back here again.
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Maloose and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Maloose and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. What you said just now...
Oh!
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Is everything
Yes, my people are... As for the supply...
Thank you.
Wait!
We just met recently.
Thanks to the Knave,
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot...
I apologize. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have...
This is nothing to brag, as I've told this lending your or...
Without your help...
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. As Paimon's... I've never liked...
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Water is
So, you're one...
Of course. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll...
That is a clever Traveler. I'm sure you remember. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Indeed. During some judging by my people initially...
So... That
I wanted to take the Linny told me, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you. I'm sure you are.
Oh!
The intel I just...
Got it! So...
Excuse me, but may I tag a...
You wish to join, Miss...
But, are you sure you're up to exploring?
Well, there's no point in being... Besides...
Since you put it that way... All right.
Okay, the three of us... So, I think...
They seem to be...
Let's go in...
Just be careful.
Things are about to get dicey. Laid bare.
The floor here isn't safe.
Let's nip that in the bud. And shroud!
I hear children sing.
This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any... don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to wait?
The water levels here, I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.